And I think we're live. Yeah. Hold on real quick. Aaron. Love it. Okay. Let me just get the screens arranged. There we go. Okay. That'll pop back up. Cool. There we go. Welcome to Federico Live. I'm Adam Federico of Federico Beauty and Federico Advanced, as well as AJF Salon. Welcome you back. It's been about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks since we've done this due to numerous reasons. Billy was in the hospital. That sounds like the best reason. Billy was in the hospital. He had a horrible cough. Bronchitis. Something. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to get right into this evening. Tonight we have the lovely Erin Flores, who is going to be taking you through some holiday possibly inspired styling, but just strong technique that you can utilize, I'm sure, all day and every day and behind the chair, as well as doing some makeup for you guys. So before I unleash it over to Erin, all I always like to say is turn that off, Billy. Don't touch anything. Just turn down this. There we go. I get scared when Billy and Andy touch the computer because it gets really scary really quickly. So yeah, before I turn the mic over to Erin, a few things I want to always hit on is, you know, we always love if you follow and subscribe us on YouTube, Federico Advanced on Instagram, on Facebook. You can always keep in the know of what's coming down the pipe here at Federico. We're an independent education house. We're kind of finishing out our year of 2014 with some really great education. But in the next year to come, we've got some really cool education. January, we've got Jeremy Davis Barbala, who is ex-Sassoon creative directors out of the United Kingdom area. We've got Mozilla and Palmer coming out in August. I'm going to jump around. We've got ZGAT Academy coming out in June. We've got a wonderful local talent by the name of Marcy Landgraf, who worked with Sebastian for years and is a very strong editorial, kind of ethereal stylist. She'll be doing some classes. And Jake Thompson in the later part of the year in November. But what's more important is if you go to federico.edu and you click on the Advanced tab, you can pull down our upcoming events and view our calendar, as well as all the artists and the classes that they're going to be teaching here. And you can buy tickets online and so forth, so that's really cool. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and just turn this over to Erin. You want to clip that to your, yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Excellent.
Oh, it's a little
wonky.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Hi.
Put that in your pocket.
Okay.
There you go. Excellent.
Awesome. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Super excited to do this. So this is my lovely model, and I will be doing a little demonstration on not so much a holiday updo, but I think sexy updo. Anytime your clients come into the store or the salon, or even if you're just trying to do something yourself at home and you want to create a look because you're going out, even if it's out to a nice dinner, just easy way to style your hair and create that sexy bedroom look. What inspires me for this look is Bridget Bardot. So everyone knows who she is. So I'm going to start by, knocking everything over. And okay, here at AJF Salon, we sell Arrojo products. I'm going to start by loading up her crown and interior with the refinish spray, which is our dry shampoo. Can't overuse it. This will create a nice texture in her hair so I can back comb it like crazy and it'll hold the style. Plus it smells really good. Okay, so what I did to start was just a basic roller set or pin set. Just put it back. I put a couple rollers in there. I'm going to use rollers throughout the crown so that I create a little more volume through her hair. And I'm using a 1 1/4 inch barrel size curling iron to do it. Let's see. So your sections with this kind of look don't have to be too clean. In fact, I think if they're a little bit messy, works a little bit better, so you don't have to break up those lines later on. All right. Starting in the crown, pulling the hair through, slowly feeding it. I was always taught with a curling iron, you want it to constantly be in motion. You don't want to just hold it onto the hair. Otherwise, that's when people break the hair off and melt it. All right, let's use the blue roller. And I'm just using Velcro rollers that I picked up at Sally's Beauty Supply. Nothing too fancy or expensive. All right. Using one pin curl to just hold it into place. And I'm doing all of these directed back, leaving the band around her hairline out, because I don't need volume there. Okay. Add a slight diagonal back. While the hair is still warm, I'm going to set it with my Velcro roller so that I can have that smooth and shine, but also volume. All right, and now to the other side. Okay, do people ask questions on here?
That's one thing I was just about to say.
Yeah, does anyone have questions?
Yeah, they can type into the comments area and ask questions, and we'll answer them back through you answering, and we'll answer back as well.
And I'll actually show everyone that's watching 2 different versions that you can do with this, so that if you don't have a lot of length in the back, how you can basically kind of pin this top stuff up and give it just a messy look without having to do the second part of the look. Okay. So while those cool off, I'm going to go ahead and move to her makeup. And when I think of a classic Brigitte Bardot sort of makeup styling, I think of more of a dramatic eye and not quite nude, but a flesh-colored lip and cheek. Okay, I'm going to be using Marabella, which is the makeup line that we retail at AJF. And let's see, can I move her up a little bit?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
And I do dabble with makeup. I used to work for MAC Cosmetics, but I like to keep makeup very simple. I'm not going to do anything real dramatic and crazy. In fact, the big highlight is going to be putting fake lashes on her. I'm all about fake lashes. Anytime you want to step up the look that you're doing, put on some false eyelashes. And if you can't do it, just go down to Macy's or any kind of cosmetic store and ask if they'll do it for you. Or the next door neighbor that's a teenager, she probably knows how. Okay, so we already have foundation on her, and that too, just wanted to keep a real clean satin look on her skin. And let's go ahead and move into some eyes. So on her lid, I just picked out a color, let's see, it's like skin tone, just something really, really neutral. Slight shimmer to it, like a peach gold flesh tone. And I'm just going to put that on all over her lid. So let me have you put your chin up just a little bit. Yeah. Nothing too fancy, just putting it all over the lid. Okay. Let's see. I like to put on lashes before I put on liner. So I'm going to use something a little bit more dramatic. The Demi Wispies in black. My favorite glue to use with false lashes is Duo. It's the one that we used when I worked at MAC. They retail this. You can pretty much get it any grocery store, Rite Aids, pretty much anywhere. You can also buy it at MAC. And I like this because it's a surgical adhesive, so it's really, really gentle on the eyes. Plus it sets really well. It's waterproof, so you don't have to worry about it coming off. But then when you do want it off, you can just use a little bit of anything basic like Cetaphil or whatever you wash your eyes with. Put a little bit on a Q-tip, just run it over the band and they'll just come right off. I'm going to let them set a little bit. Making sure that they have a nice little bend. You can, while they're setting and drying just slightly, just make a little U with them. I might have put a little too much glue on there. Let's take a little bit off of my fingernail. Okay. So I find the easiest way to put lashes on is to start at one end and pull them around, push them on the other end. And put them right where that crease where the lashes meet the skin, just put them right down in that pocket. Okay. So I'm going to have her put her chin up, but keep her eyes open and looking down. If she needs to blink, that's fine, but sneezing is not allowed. Okay, just keep looking down. Oh, I also recommend before you put glue on them and put them on your client's eye, measure them. So if you have to trim them, and if you do have to trim them from the largest side or the longest end down. Don't start with the shortest side. But definitely measure them first, because they don't always fit everyone. But they also make ones, I brought these also, called babies, and they're just a shorter width. So those are nice too, if you know for sure that your clients have a smaller eye. But Ashley has beautiful large eyes, so I'm not worried about that at all. Okay. Please type in if you have any questions. You can also check out the other work that I enjoy doing, which is color. I do have an Instagram, 77 Flowers, Flowers, and I try to post pictures as often as I can. I usually don't post my color formulas because everybody starts out just a little bit different, being either their texture of their hair, their percentage of gray, or just their natural level that they start with. But if you ever have questions about color formulations, please ask. I don't mind answering those questions.
I know that one of our loyal viewers, North Shore, is watching. He's out of
Hi, North Shore.
Out of Quebec. We just ask him how everything's coming across. It's always good.
Hey, how's everything coming across? Clear? How's the sound? Am I screaming in the microphone? Are you enjoying having a girl host this time?
We don't really ask. I know he's watching as he gives us a big thumbs up.
Oh, awesome.
I think so.
Hey. Okay, chin up, eyes looking down. Why eyelashes first? So, a live audience member wants to know why I'm putting on her eyelashes first. I like to do eyelashes first because I want to make sure that I run, because I'm going to be using liquid liner, that I put my liquid liner over the top of the eyelash band. Okay, let those set for a little bit. Is everything coming across good?
Everything's coming across.
Awesome. Okay, let me see. Look at me for a second. Perfect. Not stuck in any corners. And I picked up a couple of these little sticks at Walmart for like $2. If you like to put on lashes, I'd recommend. I don't even know what you would call these. Cuticle pusher, right? Cuticle pusher? You know what? They were in the nail section, so they probably are.
That looks like a cuticle pusher. G.I. Joe swords? I don't know.
Or that. Yeah, G.I. Joe swords. Okay, let that set for a minute. I'm going to start playing with her skin tones a little bit. Let's see. Let's put on a little bronzer. I love bronzer. And a little bit of highlight on her skin too, so she looks really glowy. And unfortunately, I don't know the name of this shade, but it's the lightest bronzer that we retail from Mirabella. It comes in a light, medium, and dark, but I know they have names. We'll call it Toast. It looks like toast. A little bronzer, or a little highlight, I mean. All right. And I don't even think she needs cheek color. I don't know, how's it looking on the TV? Everything probably looks a little bit more washed out, huh?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
I usually squeeze them.
A little rouge?
That, right?
Okay. She has beautiful structure. Yeah, she doesn't need a whole lot. Let's put just a tiny bit. I played with these cheek color once, and there's a really bright orange color that I thought, ooh, that's pretty. I want to try that, and it looked like that was on my face. Okay. Let's play with some lips. So I picked out a color called Glossy Ginger, which is just like skin tone. It's so pretty. I carry probably about 20 lipsticks in my purse, and they range anywhere from that red that you need to something like this that just looks good to throw on, something sheer and glossy that enhances your lip color. I don't think a girl can have too many lipsticks in her purse. You never know. On those days when you're just kind of feeling a little bit bleh, you can put on just a little bit of pink on your lips, and all of a sudden it just brightens up everything. Okay. And I actually keep a lip brush in my purse too. I think lip brushes make your lipstick go on much more even, much more smooth. And I feel like it just wears better and longer all day. Okay, open your lips a little bit. And I'm not using a lip liner because it's such a nude color. If I was using like a bright red on her, I would definitely line those lips first. Okay, just kiss your lips a little bit, like. That's another thing. When you have your clients push their lipsticks together, don't have them rub like that. Have them just kiss their lips. And I'm just going to add in a little bit of gloss over the top in a color called Spark. And this too, just a very, very neutral color, just to enhance it. It's warm under these lights. Yeah. That little beeping? Yeah. I hear that too.
Is it coming from one of the irons maybe? Is your iron making noise? Yeah.
I don't
Is it a new iron?
think so. My GHD? We hear a noise.
It is.
Oh, it is?
It is. It's left on.
Oh, I'm all done with it.
Yeah.
If it's okay, so let's put a little liner on. So I'm actually using a liquid liner from Laura Mercier that I really like. And this is the part where I get a little bit, because Putting liquid liner on people is really hard for me. So I'm going to do my best. Okay. So Adam's going to bring that camera in real close. Okay. So I like to start, definitely, I use the MAC 266 brush, and I make sure that my brush stays really, really flat. So chin up, eyes looking down a little bit, and start out the outside. Let's see. Open? Okay, that's looking good so far. Okay. Do we have any comments? What do you guys think so far? Easy to follow? Okay, open. Beautiful. Now to the other side. See, now this is where it gets hard, because you do one side and you're like, oh, it looks great. And then you move to the other side and it becomes Amy Winehouse on the other side. So we're going to try to not have that. Okay. Let me go back to this side. Okay. Chin up, eyes down. Okay, with your eyes open. So the eyeball, wherever the pupil, I guess, is directed, is going to be the point of the eye that sticks out the most. So wherever you're drawing on your client's eye, have them look in the opposite direction so that it'll give you a flatter surface. So I'm going to go to the inside of her eye, so I'm going to have her look down to her left. Okay, let me see. Look down. Put a little bit more on that corner. Okay, look down to your right. There. That wasn't that hard. Okay, now let's enhance the bottom just a little bit. So I'm going to use a charcoal gray pencil, and I'm going to line on the inside of her waterline. So yeah, just look up. And I like to just take this outer side of my pinky and just hold it down just a little bit. Okay. Okay, so any of you guys watching with girlfriends, it would be really awesome if you did her makeup. You know, why not? Just one night say, hey, can I try something new? And they'll probably be like, no. Or maybe they'll be like, okay, like what? Say, I just want to try something. And give them a sexy makeover. Even if it doesn't turn out good, I think it would be fun.
Going back to
Look up.
the cat eye eyeliner, if you know, let's say goof up, is there any like tips you have to cleaning it? Like
Okay, so one of the live viewer or studio audience was asking, when I'm doing liquid liner, if I mess up, is there any way to go back and fix it? No, they get Amy Winehouse eyes. There's got to be a way. Hey, if somebody out there watching knows of a way to clean up liquid eyeliner easily without just messing and or having to start completely over again, let us know. Chin up. Did anyone come through and say anything? Do they know any tricks? Okay. Now I'm just going to go back with just a little bit of mascara and just basically blend her own lashes into the false lashes. So I have them, let's see, look down a little bit, but keep your eyes looking straight ahead. What's that? Okay. Just gonna. All right, let's see. Pretty. Okay, let's drop the hair down. Let's get some hair going on. Okay. So before I drop everything, actually, I'm going to put some curl in her, not necessarily a fringe. What'd you call it, Nicole? A headband? The headband of hair. The frontal region. Or the other one was the six head part. And I'm just putting a little bit of curl back.
Can I ask you very basic questions? And it'd be, what is that curling iron set at?
This iron is set at about 390.
390?
That's why I like to run it through the hair and just let it slide through instead of just holding it there like a lot of people do. She does have some product in her hair. She has just a little bit of our Primp spray, which is a working spray. So it's controlling the heat, and it's not controlling, it's protecting her hair from the heat, but still, hair's only, you know, if I put Primp spray and then held it on my skin, it'd probably hurt really bad. I'm not going to give a demonstration. Okay. And just curling her hair very lightly away from her face. Okay, let's drop these pin curls out. Actually, I'll turn her around a little bit now. Okay. Okay. We're good? Okay. Can somebody message in if they're still getting a picture at home or if it's frozen at home? Because it looks like back here in the studio, we've frozen up. technical difficulties.
So I'm assuming you can still be heard.
Yeah, she can still be heard.
So
Awesome.
asked,
Okay. So
they loved your hair color. Could you
oh,
share the formula?
yes, definitely. So I actually have Wella on my hair, and it's Wella Illumina 10 stroke with some stroke 6.5 added in, and then it's mixed 2-to-1 with their pastel developer, and it was on my hair to process for 30 minutes. And this is after about 3 shampooings, so it's definitely faded, but I'm liking it more and more as I wash it. Okay, so what I'm doing with my model right now is I'm just going through and backcombing the crown of her head so that I can go back in there and have a nice cushion this side. Okay, and then each section back connect into that previous section.
She could just leave like that.
I know.
You actually need to be in here because you ask great questions. You should be in here more often for the live stream. Yeah. You ask really good questions. I still got asking good questions.
Well, I mean, with this kind of shade.
Is there a picture of me yet?
We're getting there. We got a picture of you. Are you up and running? We're up and running.
Okay.
All right. We are back.
So I went through and backcombed her hair, and as one of our live audience members said, that she could really leave just like this if she wanted just big, full bedroom sexy hair. So the first way that you could do the hair, and this is what I was talking about if someone has short hair. So got lots of backcombing in there. I'm going to leave that perimeter out, and I'm taking one side, and I'm just going to pin it over. And I'm using a larger loose hairpin that way. And then leaving that perimeter out on the other side.
So you stick your hairpin straight in without twisting.
And so yeah, with short hair, they could leave with something like that. I'm not done, so I haven't detailed it, but you could leave like this, pin these little pieces around, pin them in and do something like that. And if they had short hair, that would be really, really cute too. But I'm going to keep going. So yeah, that's what's nice about having a really firm back comb is that they really act as a cushion with your bobby pins. So then I'm going to take the rest of her hair and I'm just going to flip it up. Can you hold these for me? And now I'm going to use real bobby pins. Ooh, they're just rejecting it. Okay, never mind. I'm going to go back to the hairpins.
We have quite a few viewers from when we originally began. Would you mind just kind of talking about what you've done this evening?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just doing a demo of a very basic, not quite necessarily a holiday updo, but a Bridget Bardot inspired updo. So what I did was set her hair in rollers first, and we went back, took all of them out. In the crown, I actually used Velcro rollers to set it so I could get more volume as it sealed. And as it was cooling off, I applied her makeup, just put on some lashes, a little bit of cheek color, a very, very natural lip tone, and played more with enhancing the eyes so that those would pop. And now I'm just going back and setting the hair. So backcombed all this, crisscross pinned everything up in the back. And now I'm dealing with this hair. And this is just now loose and curls. You could go back. Her hair is long enough to where I could go in there with more of those loose pins that I don't have any more of right now and set it like that. Or you can just leave it messy and tousled so it just looks like a big messy updo. And then you can take these little pieces. I recommend leaving a little bit of it out. And then pinning them as curls along the side.
If anybody plans to go to Palmer for Halloween for Twin Peaks, I feel like this would work.
Wait, Twin Peaks?
On Palmer.
Dude, is that
You
wrong?
could be the scary guy.
No.
Yeah, it would be Bob.
Oh, if anyone heard, Twin Peaks is coming back to
Okay,
America.
look, in 2016, because it's 25 years
I
later.
know. That's awesome.
Okay. Ron?
Oh yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Nothing quick.
Okay, good. Let me just grab a couple more pins so I can pin some of these curls up there so they don't just collapse. Okay. So I would take pretty big sections, kind of twist them around with your fingers and just pin that hair in there. All right. There you go. Easy, sexy. If she decided later she wanted to take it down, it would fall down and she would still have all these nice curls in there. And that's one thing I like about this look is that you don't have to be super groomed and so polished with every single curl and everything you do. And like I said, with the makeup, just pop on some lashes, keep the colors really, really simple, and voila. She's ready to go out. Your boyfriend needs to take you out tonight, okay? Yay, all right. Thank you for tuning in. Follow me at 77 Flowers for inspiration with color.
Cool. Before you walk out.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys stay close to me. You got the mic.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So, real quick, I'd like to thank Erin for joining us this evening, and we'll definitely have her back on. She did an excellent job.
Thank you.
Yes. But to follow us on, Federico Advanced, coming down the pipe, I'd like to just tell Erin, actually, I'd like to ask Erin, I think this is something that a lot of us stylists can use. And Erin's been back at my salon for the last year, but she's been doing hair for how long?
11 years.
11 years. Can you share with the audience because Erin's a very busy stylist in the salon, so I'd like to know what your insight is in building and retaining a clientele.
Okay. I have always thought that really treating people with love and respect, and that seems to work for me. Always being consistent. People make fun of me, but I've always kept a Rolodex at my station, and the reason why is because I write down everything. If I switch up anything, even if it's that I added just a pinch more blue to their formula, or that I mixed it with 2-to-1 developers, or whatever I did, I make note of it. And I remember stuff too. I really have engaging conversations with them. So, and it's not just because, I don't know, it's because I care. I really get invested with my clients and I care about them a lot and I want to know how they're doing, and that's how. I think it's just caring about your clients and being consistent. Be very, very consistent and take notes of everything.
Thank you, Erin, very much. So anyway, we'd love to see you out here at Federico Advanced for one of our upcoming classes, as well as, continually tune in to the Federico Live. And we've talked a little bit about changing the format of Federico Live, so keep an eye out for that. It'll probably happen more early 2015. And as Aaron keeps pinning a few things away, just so I'm a little bit more clear in mind, I can share the upcoming calendar. January 18th and 19th, we've got Jeremy Davis Barbala coming out doing some advanced haircutting classes. In February, we have Nick Arrojo out doing an Up Close with Nick 2-day class. March, we have Marcy Landgraf, who is a local stylist here, doing a what do we call a creative hairstyling class. In April, Jess Sutton and the Barbatorium out of Rochester, New York, doing a 3-day tour of the Technique men's haircutting class. And back in June, we have ZGAT Academy. In August, Mozilla and Palmer. And was it November, October? Jake Thompson. And then all the other months that you'd heard nothing about, we'll have AJF branded classes. You can come out and see Erin. She'll be definitely be doing some coloring classes as well as hopefully some styling classes under the AJF umbrella. So I'd like to thank Erin for joining us this evening. And Billy would be really sad if we did not invite him out tonight. Billy, come on. He needs a little love.
Yay, Billy!
Yeah. Nicole, come on.
Come on, Nicole.
Come on, Nicole.
Come on. You gotta show those ears.
Yeah, keep it coming. And Nicole is part of the AJF team. She's going through our junior stylist program right now, and she is ready and fit for Halloween.
This is why I was in the hospital. She ran over my foot leaving work one night in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I'd just like to mention our front desk receptionist made these bunny ears for me.
There you go,
So,
see?
You know.
And welcome to the world of Federico. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.